And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a game called Doggy Bag. Now, Doggy Bag by Antoine Bacara is a game in which you are going to be reaching into a bag and pulling out bones. But you're going to be trying not to get the black bones because you are working for Fagin, which is a dog in this game. Is he like... It's a 19th century London, and you are a group of street dogs is controlled by the Terrapin Fagin, who is forcing you to steal bones throughout the city. So we're trying to steal back some of the loot that we've got, but Fagin sleeps with one eye open. Not sure why you would do such a thing, but that is the theme of this game. But it's essentially pulling bones out of a bag with special rolls and stuff. Let me show you how it plays. Each person will take a shield, and behind that shield you're going to put the numbers and colors of bones that you see here. Bones are worth a certain number of points at the end of the game, not the ones behind your shield, but the ones in front of your shield. And this shows you what the different rolls are that are available and how many of each bone that you start with. There's also going to start with one of every color in the bag. And so the first thing that's going to happen is whoever is first person is going to flip these two coins, and whatever sides they land on, that's how many bones everyone is going to secretly throw in the bag. So maybe I'll throw in 2 whites and a gray, and the next person throws in gray and 2 whites. That's, I think, what I just did. The next person throws in 2 blacks and a white. No one knows any of that. Then, starting with the first person, you pick one of these, and you get the special action that's on it. So each one is different. The lower the number, the better the action. This one lets you get rid of a black bone that's in front of you. You can put it onto Fagin's tile. If you ever have 3 black bones in front of you, you're out of the game. So that's a good way to get rid of them. This one here, you get to draw a bone. You get to take a bone from the bag. If it's black, you throw it back. Otherwise, you keep it. This one means you get to be first. This one, and you also get to look in the bag with number 1. Number 4, you look in the bag. Number 3, you draw a bone from the bag. And if it's not black, you keep it. Here, you take some bones from the bag and put them on this chest. 6, you take some from the chest and put them on the bag. And 7, you can exchange 1 bone from his tile with 1 from behind your screen. After everyone has taken a tile, starting with the person who took the highest number, which is probably 7, but anybody, when they take a number, can ignore the special ability and say 8, 9, or 10, which is crazy, but you can do it. And you then, let's say 5 is the highest number. They will then, without looking, draw 5 bones one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No black bones. I get to keep all of them, and that's it. If 5 failed, though, then whoever has the next highest number gets to go. If you fail by pulling a black bone from the bag, when you pull a black bone from the bag, there is black bones in there, right? When you pull a black bone from the bag, the black bone stays in front of you. Remember, if you get 3 of them, you lose, and the rest of them are going to be thrown onto Fagin's tile, with the exception of the gray ones. For some reason, those are small, and you can always keep them in front of you. That's it. You're just going to keep doing this round after round until all the bones are gone from behind people's shields, or everyone's been eliminated except for one person. If everyone's been eliminated except for one person, that person wins. Otherwise, you count up all the bones that are in front of everybody, and whoever has the most points worth of bones is the winner. Obviously, the bones are the coolest thing about the game. They look cool, they're neat, they're different colors and such. These tiles are pretty good, although you'll have to constantly, I don't know, they have nice symbology on them, but people forget what they do all the time. The shields are okay. Interestingly enough, I thought the shields, you go throughout the day, each shield gets darker and darker at night, but this lady is shopping in every single one. She's there all day long. The shields are okay. They're a little small for hiding things behind. These are nice coins, but flipping these coins and getting a number out of them is kind of weird. I would have much preferred they had a die. That would have been a lot easier to handle. But overall, the bag is easy to stick your hand in. It's good components, and it looks sharp. Okay, so this is kind of an interesting game. Now, it's problematic that, people keep forgetting what the rolls do, because some of the rolls are really similar. So there's kind of a mix up there. And the game also plays really differently. It says 2 to 6. I think 2 is not really that good of a game because the rolls don't matter. whoever picks first, the other person that decides whether they're going to go after or before. With 3 or more, I think it works better. And with 6, though, it's very chaotic as you go around in lots of different roles, and the chance of you pulling bones from the bag isn't quite so high. There's that whole, I've seen this game end both ways. I've seen it end where one person won from the elimination. Everyone else was basically out of the game. And I've seen it also end where the people are out of bones. They're both fairly common, I think, occurrences to happen. And so elimination sounds bad in a game, but this game is so short, it's a 20-minute game, that it doesn't matter. The longest part of this game is when people are picking roles. And then there's that whole pulling from a bag. The bones are cute. Everyone's going to be cheering, pull a black bone. And sometimes you just get really lucky. You say, I'm going to pull 6 different bones, and you happen to pull nothing bad. You're totally fine. And so I like that aspect of the game. I don't think it's as clean as it could be, mostly because of symbology, and I'm not really sure that the number corresponds to the special ability. I think the lower the number, the ability should be clearly better than the ones before that. I'm not sure that's always the case. Or I guess maybe, the higher the number, the number should be clearly better because you're going to pull that many. And then sometimes you just don't care, right? And there's always that aspect of this game where one person can say, well, I don't really care. I'm going to take a big number, and if someone else busts and I get to pull 7 from the bag and I get really lucky, I can win, and I've definitely seen that happen. Now, since the game is 20 minutes, again, that's not a huge problem, but it's something to be aware of. So I don't think the game is as streamlined and well done as it could be, pulling things from a bag, but I don't think it's a bad game either. It kind of falls in the middle of that. Certainly one you might want to check out, Doggy Bag.
Dice Tower Judgment, a nice little push your luck game.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.